Hey everybody, this is Michael, and this is Industries of Titan, which just went into early access a couple days ago. I have been playing this a little bit and have gone through the tutorial. I think it's a pretty cool game. Basically, it's a city builder set on the amid the ruins of previous civilization on Titan, and there's a lot here already. It seems like the developers have really focused on the on getting the game working well, and are going to be adding content. They've added this neat little clicky roadmap here so we can see stuff that's coming. We get roads and trucks before too long, apparently, and some new combat with some ship-to-ship combat. Better population simulation. Right now it's a very simple kind of thing. And then look at all this nonsense. We got factory production and lots of different things that get produced and entertainment and all kinds of things. So let's check this thing out. We've got a lot of different game modes here. We've got just sort of a casual mode. We've got a survival mode with increasing difficulty. We've got a standard mode. I'm going to take the standard mode. You can change the difficulty here as well. I'll just take standard. You got different factions with different abilities. So far we only have the landfallers. I don't know if this is just locked or if it's not available in early access. I'm going to guess the latter, although I suspect they'll be adding stuff quickly. This game has gotten 2 patches in the 2 days I've had it, so... And then here we have what kind of land grant you want. High risk, high reward. And we've got Pioneering Terraformer, which has, I guess, not as many ruins, maybe? Yeah, I'm not entirely sure. But let's go on this one. I'm going to turn off tutorials because tutorials are a bit yappy. And I'll do the yapping, thank you. Been watching these guys for a little while on Twitter. I love the voxel art style that they've developed. It's very nice, and they've got just an overall really nice look and feel to the game, very much like this. There's not much here now. I mean, I'm not trying to knock the game. It's a fun little thing, but by the time they get all of the stuff in, I think it's going to be pretty excellent. So let's just play with what we got for now, but I'm definitely going to be interested to see how this one develops. And I think it's going to develop quickly. I don't know exactly what their timeline is, but looking at that roadmap, pretty exciting, I think. Okay, I'm just sitting here. Let's just let it go.
Founder. The Council is glad to see you. We have significant investments riding on your success. I hope you'll live up to our expectations.
Yeah, so Titan is controlled by this council, and they provide you with land grants and let you build your city. So standard kind of RTS game here. We've got speed controls up here. Shift and then 1, 2, and 3 will get you those. You can also space and to pause and unpause. We've got our stats over here. We've got money. We've got resources, minerals, isotopes, and waste. I think more stuff is coming. There's a refinery, for instance, that's mentioned. It's going to give you refined minerals. So on our map here, we've got minerals here. We've got isotopes here. So these are mining things. We've also got these ruins, which we can disassemble to get all of these things, plus artifacts. And right now, I think red artifacts are available, but maybe blue and yellow are coming. Not entirely sure. Another form of currency we have is influence, which we can use to claim. You spend some influence to claim territory outside of yours. And we can also later, once we unlock the council, we can trade that influence for materials and things. This is our population, our citizens. We don't have any citizens right now. We have 5 workers, or we will have in a short period of time. We can build up our number of citizens and convert those guys to workers. Otherwise, citizens will more or less earn money for us. I'm not sure what else they do. This is our council hall. We can click on it here or over here, and this is our spaceport, where we can get migrant ships and also other materials over here. Once we unlock that, we'll be able to see what we're getting. So first thing to do is we can click into our headquarters here. You can also click that enter button there, and we can build stuff in here. So we've got right now a storage container, but we can build some other things too. For one thing, we'll probably want to build like a larger storage container as soon as we have the ability to do so. We're also going to want to maybe build a waste receptacle. I'm not big on these things. You don't seem to be able to disassemble them. This is our waste up here. Later on, we can dispose of that by burning it, but for now, we just got to store some somewhere. And waste is generated in interesting ways. So anyway, we can build on there. We've got a combat floor that we can't access yet, but we can add new floors to this so that we can expand this building. And then we can also build some other things down here. So we've got a little build menu. We can build a factory, which basically has a little factory floor that we can put stuff into. Here's some other things that we have to unlock. These increase in price as you unlock them. So keep that in mind. So the first thing you unlock is going to be nice and cheap. But if you just start clicking on things you don't need yet, you're gonna be unhappy because it'll take a while to get your money. Right now we have 100 credits, and we're not going to get any more until we have citizens working to generate those credits for us. So keep that in mind. A defensive turret, command center, which expands your area of influence. All these buildings, to my knowledge, are upgradable. At the very least, most of them are. So let's start off by checking out these ruins. So here, we don't know what's in it. We don't know what resource it has. We don't know what artifacts it has, but we can tell our guys to survey them. And in fact, we can go ahead and unpause. Let's just survey the ones in our vicinity. The starport's going to keep doing its thing, even though we can't really do anything about it. I don't know what the genesis of these ruins are. I don't know if it's a previous human civilization. I would guess, but it's not super clear to me. And I guess we could probably speed that up. Let that go. There are rebels on the map here. What does this do? Anything? No, I guess it just shows us north, maybe. Yeah, we can turn it around, so I guess that's north. Rebels will attack us eventually. You'll see this burrow thing up here. Our buildings can burrow under the ground as long as they're not, like, connected together and stuff. Well, that's sort of interesting. So let's see this. This is in our area already. It's claimed, so there are no artifacts here, but we can claim these 11 minerals and 4 isotopes. It'll take us 18 seconds to get that, so let's do that. It'll be interesting to see people do maybe a speed run on this game. I don't know. Seems like that'd be kind of cool. So let's just, I'm just going to queue all of these up, these that are within our area. I'm going to queue them all up for salvage. And probably there's an artifact in some of these, but that's alright. I don't need the artifact so much as I need some materials to get going. And as you can tell, the weather on Titan absolutely blows, so we're just going to queue up all our guys to do these surveys here. These are outside. Oh my lord. These are outside of our area of influence, so we're going to have to pay influence to claim them. But let's survey them first, see what's in them before we go claiming anything. We'll let that happen. If you want to see what your employees are doing, you can come over here. I imagine this is going to get more complex over time, but you can see how many jobs of each type you have and where they stand in the roster. So, for instance, I might like to put salvage ruins and extract ruins above survey ruins, so that if I have queued up 1 million of these jobs, they'll go ahead and get a salvage or an extract into the queue before it gets too long. So let's see, are these surveyed? Yeah, they are. So we got a red artifact there. Let's see if we can find one with a few red artifacts in it. Not having a lot of luck with that. There's one. Well, alright. Let's claim this one, I guess. And let's tell them to extract that. And then we got 29 influence. I'm going to claim that one and extract that as well. And then inside here, let's go into our headquarters and let's set up a few things. So our little storage area here is full. We will probably want to build, see if we can build a large one here. And I'm just going to put storage in this building, I think, for now. We could go ahead and try to boost ourselves up over here in this building with some energy. So maybe that's the thing to do. We got to get some more resources collected, of course. So let's go back to the main area here. I don't think we can see the ones that are just sitting about. So let's see if we can find something with a whole bunch of minerals that will give us a boost, and hopefully some isotopes too. Let's get that one. It's got 32. It's also got some waste, unfortunately. And, oh, this has got even better, except it doesn't have any isotopes. Let's do those two, and then we should have enough stuff to build with. quite nicely. You can double click or click that button, whichever you prefer. So over here, we can build a few things. We've got energy generators, and we've got fuel fabricators. These things require fuel in order to run, and they're also interestingly shaped. You get a little Tetris piece over there that shows you how big this thing's going to be. Let's see if we can figure out how to fit this in here. I don't know if I'm going to be able to, but let's try it. Let's see. So we'll put a fuel fabricator there. Now that's going to take power to run. No, that's not going to take energy to run. That'll run on its own. That's fine. And then let's put a fuel tank in here too. A large one? Maybe a small one. I think we can put them like that. Shouldn't be a problem. You do have to have access to all these materials, I think. And it'll be interesting to see how these things work out as far as, you know, like what's the best layout for this stuff. I really don't know. But for now, let me assume something like this would get us pretty good coverage of things. And then we could make an energy generator. I think we can do a medium one. We don't have the materials, I think, to make this. Oh, no, maybe we do. Where is a good place to put it, though? Unfortunately, I'm blocking access with just about anywhere I put it. Well, they can go around the edges, I guess. Let's get that built. And then we need one more thing in order to put the energy outside of this building. This is going to work just where this energy relay is covering. Does it show us? Yeah, it shows us. So anything that can be in this little square here, that's going to be powered up. If we want this power to go outside, we need to put one of these industrial outlets. It's kind of like an external connector. So we could do that. I don't think it matters where it is. I'm going to just maybe stick it here, I guess. We can access all of those things there. They're going to have to do some walking around in circles to get to everything. Looks like we also going to need another storage container. So I'm going to try to squeeze another storage container in here. And then let's go back out. And our guys are getting on the case here. It looks like we could maybe claim another spot here. This one looks like a good one. Let's claim that and let's salvage it. And then let's build a factory. So for production, we can take a factory and can put it anywhere we like within our area. I'll just put it there for now. Well, not for now. I guess it's going to always be there because I'm probably not going to tear it down. So let this factory here get built, and then there's a lot of other stuff that we can build, but getting this factory done is going to be the key piece, because now is where we start. We need to start getting some citizens, and I'm going to try to do that pretty quickly. So inside of our building, we're not going to be getting that for just a minute. Inside of our building here, we've got a couple things we can do. A habitat pod gives us living space for 2 people. A monetization station lets us make money off of one of those people. So we need one of these, 2 of these. And then a conversion capsule will let us have more employees. We have to turn one of our citizens forever into an obedient low-wage employee. And they also generate waste and stuff and require some power. And it takes a red artifact to do that. And I do think you can lose citizens. I think they can die. For one thing, they can get polluted. We have some SimCity style overlays here. I know other people have used them. There's our territory, and we can turn that off. Okay, our factory is built. Let's pause this for a second here and take a look at the inside of this building. So it looks much like the HQ building, and we can add floors to this as we go along. So in here, we should be able to put an energy relay. And we should be able to put one of these industrial outlets to get power from outside. We're going to have to add one more thing, but let's see if we can make this happen without having to build power in here. I'm going to put it there. So there's our energy relay. And then before we place the other thing, let's see about one of these habitat pods. So there's a habitat pod, and it needs to be powered, and it needs to have those little standing spots available for people, we can't put stuff there, I guess. And then monetization stations. Let's maybe see if we can squeeze 2 of these in somewhere. Let's see, we can put 1 there, and bit of a Tetrisy thing to try to figure out how to get these things in. Maybe we can put it there. And I'm not going to build a conversion capsule just yet, but let me put one of these energy things over here. Where would be best to put that? I could put it there, I think. Although these guys are going to have to walk all the way around. I don't know if that matters or not. And then let's get them building that. We'll just speed that up until they hopefully build it for us. Now, I don't think the power is going to transfer yet, though, because we got to do one thing. We got to take one of these energy pylons, and the energy pylon is going to distribute our energy around. So we got to build one of those there, too. Let's do that. And then this here, can I claim this? Yeah, I can claim that. And then what I can do is I can put an employee over here. You got to click on these, like, a few times. I'm not sure. There, okay, that worked. Seems like that UI is a little bit glitchy. But now this guy's going to start working that and generating us minerals on the regular. Over here, we can't reach that yet. And we can't reach that. Well, we can't afford it yet. We'll have to wait till our influence grows. So there's some things that build influence. This council statue here, this will build influence over time a little more quickly than we're getting it now. And as I said, we're not generating any gold just yet. Any money, credits, whatever the hell they're called. Yeah, over here we have no energy. This is built. Or it's not built. Now it is built, but the external pylon is not yet built. Okay. So we're waiting on 5 minerals for this to get built. Stormy night again on Titan. Once this thing gets built, we should have power to our little factory here, and those people should start generating some money. How are we doing in here? You can see our storage from above. Our waste container is not quite full, but it will be before too long. Let me build one more. Oh, and we need to do another thing too. In our factory, we need to build one of these waste containers. Let's see if we can get one of those. Waste receptacle right over here in the corner, I guess. That is outside. Yeah, that's well outside of the range. So we'll put that there. These guys do generate waste, and they'll just throw it on the floor. So there's that. Now, we have room for 2 people, but we don't have 2 people yet. But if we spin, that's why I got those artifacts. So we can now unlock the spaceport. And we can, ships come in and they leave, right? If you can afford them, then you can buy them. This, you spend influence to get these things. And if you have living space. So I don't have enough living space for these 4 people. So we got to wait for a ship with just 2 people to come in. And I hope it does soon. Sometimes you don't get one for a while. It seems like it's always the one you don't need. What we would really like to have is a ship with 2 people. So we'll just leave that open while we continue to look at things here. We could salvage now some more ruins. We've got 10 influence. Let's see. Is there anything we really want here? There's a red artifact. I wouldn't mind taking that. And I'm not watching this, so I better. And this one, no artifacts. This one, no artifacts. Let's survey that. Survey that. Survey that. I almost wish you could put like an alert on this so you could say, hey, let me know when a ship with 2 comes in. You gotta have eyes in the back of your head. Let's just put out a bunch of survey requests because we don't have any build requests or anything going on right now. So let's just throw down some of these. That's been surveyed already. That's got a lot of stuff, but it also has a lot of waste. I don't necessarily want that just yet. You got to deal with that waste. And like I said, so this one only has minerals and waste on it, no people. This ship that just came in, cruise ship Melody. I don't know how I'd afford her to come from Earth with just some minerals on it. We are totally not going to get one with 2, are we? Okay, we're surveying that right now. Come on now, give me 2. That's all I need. Just 2 people. It's so not going to happen. All right, let's claim that one for 20 and let's get those 3 red artifacts. We got a 3-person one? Okay. We're not having much luck with that. Let me, well, you know, eventually it'll happen. Eventually we'll get them. I may pause while that happens because I think that's sort of the last thing I want to show off about the game. There's certainly some more depth even in here. We've got a lot of things that we can build. We can build basically a big version of what we put inside that building there. We've got a fuel turbine which generates fuel from the atmosphere. We've got an energy depot which stores energy. It's like a big battery basically. And then we've got the energy plant which turns the fuel into energy. And then we also have a fuel silo, which is like that fuel tank we put in here. You probably see that this fuel tank in here is going to be filled up. That's not in here, as it is somewhere else. And now I've lost my spaceport view. Let's just get a quick look at that, make sure there's nobody we need. In here, we should see this fuel tank. It's getting pretty full, I think. Yeah, about halfway. About halfway. And our storage is getting near full, too. Let's get this open again. What do we got? Come on now. There we go. Let's grab those 2 guys. You'll see we got 2 new citizens up there. And I can slow this down just a little bit. If we go in here now, are we operating? Indeed we are. We've got 2 residents over here. I don't see them, but they should be hanging about using the monetization station. They don't appear to be. Why are they not using this? Here they come, perhaps. Yeah, there they go. Now they're watching ads and generating us some coin over here. So if you get a few of these guys, it starts building up your money pretty quickly, and now you can start to pay to unlock these technologies. But it is key. You've only got the 100 credits, right? So it is key that you do what you need to do to make this happen, however you want to do it. You can build them in your headquarters, and in fact, the tutorial has you do that, but it just gets so messy. Not a lot of room in there. So anyway, you've got to get those people generating money. Once you do, though, you can build a residential building which will hold 5 citizens, so you no longer have to do that kind of convoluted thing I did in there. You've also got an office where they can go to watch videos like we all do. And then you've got a conversion center, which is like that conversion pod I talked about, which will give you more employees. And so you can, each one of those conversion centers that you have, or I should say each conversion pod you have, increases your employee limit by 1. And then you've got more people to do things. But as you can see, I don't have too many of my people doing anything right now. I think I've only got one job queued up for them. But later on you can. So you need 1 person on each of these fields extracting. You'll need 1 person in your turret. I think you maybe need 1 person in your, where is our smokestack here, which will burn waste and generate pollution. We've got a mine. I think these things are all going to require a worker. Yeah, and one worker required, 1 employee required over here. And I think maybe as you upgrade them, you have to put more workers in them. So anyway, that's a quick overview. I don't want to spend too much time on it, but I just wanted to kind of show this game off because I think it has some potential. I'm definitely looking forward to seeing that roadmap, more of that roadmap implemented. Right now, I just kind of cluster all these things together, but being able to throw in roads and stuff inside the factories, being able to have conveyor belts, linking machines together and all, and getting into refinement and manufacturing and all that, I think that'll make this game much more interesting. But right now, even so, right now, you can play it for a couple hours, I think, and have a lot of fun with it. All right, so that's it. This is, again, Industries of Titan, and if you guys are interested in it, it is out in early access right now. Talk to you soon. Thanks. Bye.